Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amakara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no gimuka no tachi hana no. Odo no ahagi hara ni misogi hara itamo utoki ni narimaseru. Araido no o kamitachi, moro moro no magakoto tsumi kegare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kamitachi tomoni. Ame no fuchi koma no mimi furi tatete. Kikoshin meseto kashiko mimu maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oyanu shino kami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oyanu shino kami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kannagara tamachi hae mase. Kannagara tamachi hae mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truths given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. I have been blessed, lost for a long time. I wander in search of truth. I am happy now, awakened to the radiant light of God. Happiness was nothing more than a dream. I can see it clearly now, right in front of my own eyes. I can only cry with joy before I even realized it. My life changed from darkness to bright. Once I had been awakened by God's radiant light. Human sickness, conflict, and poverty are all caused by our deviation from truth. God intended that we should live under ideal conditions, and these will be established when humanity attunes itself to the laws of nature. Resulting society will be one of beauty and virtue, and all will live in a state of ultimate happiness. This is the true picture of what we call a paradise on earth. The ultimate goal of humanity is the establishment of paradise on earth, and the realization of truth is the sole path to this goal. This is the essential mission of our work, to show the way to truth in order for each person to fulfill his or her in divine purpose. Thank you all very much for attending this evening service and for praying for world peace. And I would like to share with you this faith experience from Ana Maria Ribeiro Pires de Andrade from Oporto Johrei Center, Portugal. Ana Maria de Andrade, and her daughter became Johrei members after receiving a great blessing from Meishu-sama. And so, with great gratitude, the dedications became part of her life. One of the first dedications Ana Maria took was the daily assistance of Johrei to her neighbor. Ana Maria, she started the basic course of Ikebana Sangetsu, and thus the flower of Meishu-sama became a constant presence in her home. When she takes Ikebana classes, she can totally immerse to what she's learning. She feels relaxed, serene, calmer, and she has been able to maintain this state of mind in her day-to-day, practicing at home and fulfilling the tasks received in the classes. With the dedication of a consecrated picture of Meishu-sama in her home, she began to pray daily, morning and evening. All this changed many things in her life. 3 years ago, her husband, since he was unemployed, had no motivation to have another occupation and rarely left the house, showing a beginning of depression. Ana Maria started to give him Johrei daily. And as a result, on his own initiative, he started a computer course and is very motivated and happy. Another wonderful blessing was the establishment of harmony between her husband and her daughter. As before, there was no dialogue between them, and everything was a reason for conflict. At a time when her daughter was undergoing a purification, Ana Maria's husband, although not a member, not a Johrei member, he joined her to the church so that she could receive Johrei. Thus, she asked her daughter to thank Meishu-sama for her father's dedication to her, And along with her dedication, she managed to change to the point where they even played together, something they hadn't done for a long time. The change was such that nowadays they all have lunch together, and before starting their meals, they say out loud, "Thank you, Meishu-sama." Ana Maria participated monthly in the home gardening workshops at the Johrei Center, and she already have lettuce, aromatic herbs, and even broad beans on the balcony of her apartment. She really enjoys taking care of and she enjoys talking to the plants, watching them grow. But it wasn't always like this, because at the beginning, she didn't see much meaning in this dedication. But upon hearing some faith experiences, she decided to start practicing home gardening. She was at one point unemployed, but miraculously, she was always placed in temporary jobs and paid training. However, she does not give up her commitment, changing days or times that would affect her dedication. The constancy in these practices of faith changed the feelings of her daughter, her husband, and herself. The gratitude generated in the daily dedications changed her family environment, which for her seemed almost impossible. Now she shares her experience and invites everyone to challenge themselves to change a situation considered impossible in their lives through the daily practices, basic practices of faith at home, within their neighborhoods, and at the church. I would like to thank you all very much for listening to this faith testimony, and I hope to see you again tomorrow at 10 a.m. at our morning service. Thank you very much and have a good evening. Thank you. This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.